a day when the political landscape was rocked by damning revelations from Rage, Bob Woodward's new book, about President Donald Trump admitting that he lied to the public about the deadly risks of the coronavirus. GOP political strategist Karl Rove delivered an epic, 5-minute-long rant on Fox News about the disastrous, dishonest response to the pandemic by Joe Biden. Appearing Wednesday night on the friendly confines of Fox's primetime show, Hannity, and just moments before the eponymous host interviewed Trump by phone, Rove pulled out his trademark whiteboard to try to prove that real negligence on COVID-19 was perpetrated by the man who was not leading the country at the time and not privy to real-time, national security and public health assessments from the U.S. intelligence community. Instead of addressing the bombshell details in Woodward's book, Rove went on offense and attacked the perceived strength of the GOP rival, a tactic he famously deployed while George W. Bush's campaign architect. Cal, it's interesting, because he's been able to hide in a basement bunker. He comes out, puts out his head, says a few things, but he really has got this whole other army in front of him, host Sean Hannity claimed, reprising a well-worn Trump campaign talking point about the media. Pretty much 99.9% of the media, he is their favorite candidate, so they are doing the work for him, aren't they? Well, yeah, but he went over the top today, Rove said in response. The fact that the media didn't call him to account or make, I have 3 points I want to make. Then Rove pulled out his whiteboard and ran through a list of Biden's blistering comments from today as well as many going back to January, when the Democratic presidential candidate wrote a prescient op-ed that both warned of a possible COVID outbreak and that Trump was unprepared to handle it. First of all, I was intrigued by his rhetoric in his speech, Rove said. He said the president failed to do his job on purpose. That is to say, the president wanted people to die, he wanted them to get sick, and he did it on purpose. Biden said, this is a life and death betrayal. I mean, that is really over the top. But Trump was heard on tape earlier on Wednesday telling Woodward, I wanted to always play it down to the public even after privately admitting to the journalist that the virus was deadly stuff. Rove, however, ran through a list of critiques about not President Biden's never-executed plans to deal with the ongoing outbreak, which has claimed more than 190,000 American lives so far. So, he deliberately attacks the president in an over-the-top way. Here's the more important point to me, Rove then said, before pinning the focus of the pandemic response on Trump's 2020 rival, while not so subtly invoking language used in the Watergate investigation of President Richard Nixon. What did Joe Biden know, and when did he know it, and what was he thinking at the time this coronavirus came on? Because right now he is saying, President Trump did everything wrong, I'm a genius, if he would only listen to me, if I'd only been in charge. Several minutes later, after laying out his case against Biden's leadership, which amounted to a robust defense of Trump's, Rove wound down his attack. So I'm sitting here saying, here is a guy lecturing the country, saying Donald Trump killed people deliberately, and if he'd only listened to me, Rove said. When he and his people are not saying we need to shut down the economy, we need to have everybody wear a mask, we need to quarantine in place, we need to do this, we need to do that. In fact, they're saying that's a fear epidemic and the idea that this is going to be a serious pandemic is very unlikely. But Biden's USA Today op-ed from January 27 stands in stark contrast with this characterization. The outbreak of a new coronavirus, which has already infected more than 2,700 people and killed over 80 in China, will get worse before it gets better. Cases have been confirmed in a dozen countries, with at least 5 in the United States. There will likely be more. To be blunt, I am concerned that the Trump administration's short-sighted policies have left us unprepared for a dangerous epidemic that will come sooner or later. Watch the video above, via Fox News. Have a tip we should know? Female protected, let's block ads. Why?
Show your love for him. Click the link in description. Thanks for watching.